To reverse the rotation of a three-phase motor, the order of the phases that feed the motor must be changed. For example, if the motor shaft is rotating clockwise, to reverse the rotation, we only need to change two phases. If we initially have the order L1, L2 and L3, we can change the lines L1 and L3 and thus the motor shaft will reverse the rotation counterclockwise. In a real implementation, some devices and wired or programmed logic are needed to achieve this rotation reversal. Here are the basic control and force diagrams that must be made to safely reverse the motor's rotation. For the control diagram, a bipolar thermal magnetic switch, a normally closed stop button and two normally open start buttons will be needed. For the force diagram, a motor protection switch will be needed to protect the motor and two contactors to perform phase switching and rotation reversal. I will quickly explain how these diagrams work before moving on to see how the actual components should be wired. The operating principle is the same, that is, the reversal of rotation of a three-phase motor is generated by changing the order of the phases that feed the motor. This is because the direction of rotation of the rotating magnetic field inside the motor depends on the order in which the phases are connected. By exchanging two of the three phases, the direction of the magnetic field is reversed, causing the motor to rotate in the opposite direction. So that is achieved with these schemes. I am going to do a simulation using the CAD-CMU program. We enable the control circuit switch and also enable the motor guard of the power circuit. If we press the start button, then it energizes the coil of contactor KM1 and generates self-retention of the same through its auxiliary contact, while the other auxiliary contact disables contactor 2. As we see, under these conditions contactor KM1 is energized and allows the motor to rotate clockwise. If we press the stop button, the motor stops. To make it turn in the opposite direction, you only have to press the second start button, which energizes the coil of contactor KM2 and generates the self-locking of the contactor through its auxiliary contact and the interlocking of the other contactor. In the power circuit, the energy passes through contactor KM2 and reaches the motor, making it turn counterclockwise since the power cables L1 and L3 are reversed. Something important here is that contactor KM1 and KM2 must have normally closed auxiliary contacts to generate the interlock between them. The interlocking between contactors is a safety system used in electrical circuits to prevent two contactors from being activated simultaneously and thus avoid a short circuit. For example, if the motor is turning in one direction and you want to press the button to reverse the rotation directly, this procedure will not be possible since the contactor that is energized prevents the other contactor from being energized. In this way we do not make an abrupt change in the motor's rotation and we also avoid a possible short circuit. What is allowed is that we must first turn off or de-energize the motor and then press the start button to rotate in the opposite direction. So this is the simulation of the circuit for reversing the rotation of a three-phase motor in the CAD-CMU software. Now let's see how to implement it with real components. Once we have all the control and power devices, we proceed to do the wiring. From the output of the bipolar switch, the phase cable is taken to the red stop button, which must be normally closed. From the other terminal, the cable is connected and taken to a green start button, which must be normally open. The cable is then taken to contact 21 of the second contactor for interlocking. From output 22, the cable is taken to terminal A1 of the coil of the first contactor. Finally, from terminal A2, the cable is taken to the neutral terminal of the bipolar switch. If in your case it does not have a neutral, then it must be taken to the remaining line or phase. For self-retention, a cable must be connected from between the stop and start buttons and taken to terminal 13 of the contactor, and from terminal 14, a cable is taken to the terminal of the start button indicated. Up to this point, we already have the control wiring to make the rotation in one direction. Now let's see how the control wiring should be done for the rotation in the opposite direction. From the cable that connects the start and stop button, a cable is connected and taken to the second start button. From the other end, a cable is taken to terminal 21 of the first contactor. From output 22, the cable is taken to terminal A1 of the coil of the second contactor. From terminal A2, the cable is taken to terminal A2 of the first contactor. For self-locking, cables must be connected from both sides of the corresponding start button, and one side of the cable is taken and connected to terminal 13 and the other to terminal 14 of the second contactor, and that would be all the control wiring. I have considered cables of different colors so that you better understand how to make the connection. In your case, you can only use one or two colors of cables. For the power circuit wiring, from the motor guard outputs, the line cables are taken to a contactor, then to the terminals where the motor will later be connected. For the other contactor, it is also connected from the motor protector, and the outputs are taken to contactor 2, taking into account that the line cables 1 and 3 are inverted in position, and that would be all. You can also include a green cable for ground protection. For motor protection, you can also use a thermal relay instead of a motor protector, perhaps in another video the explanation of how to connect it. With all the wiring, you can now connect your 3-phase motor. 3 cables will be used. If your motor has 6, 9 or more points, then you must make the respective star or delta configuration so that in the end you only have 3 cables to connect to the line terminals. If you want to know how to make the connection in star or delta configuration, here at the end are the videos so you can review them.